2, 3. The K6 working group on the 1st of September. How time flies. Over to you,
Hi,
John.
everyone.
Yeah. So yeah, I will start sharing my screen. Okay. So yeah, I mean, coming to the uh, K6 project dashboard. So for this, I during this week I mainly worked on this K6 plus Prometheus plus quality gate evaluation. So quality gate evaluation is the SLO compliance step that we have in the Keptn side. So we already had used K6 extensions for exporting the test results to Prometheus. And in this equality evaluation step, what we'll do is that we'll get those SLIs from the Prometheus, and after that, the do the evaluation on the SLO that based on SLOs that yeah. So this is what I mainly worked on. And so for now, let's just quickly first go to this documentation here. So for this, Adam, I have made the changes that you had suggested. And so this YouTube link with timestamp, so that I have added, and also including the installation links everywhere. So that also I have updated in the README. Then coming to Pepe, so for this, so I will create a diagram for the workflow of how things will move around in Keptn and then K6 and then Keptn again. So that I will do. So and add it in the first tutorial itself only. So that will be helpful. And for this microservice a name, so I have kept the name of the service this way because there will be the whole sequence, right? So the sequence could be of first will be the test, and the second will be of let's say evaluation, quality gate evaluation. So K6 performance test won't be the only thing happening in that stage. Might be some other steps also. So that and the whole thing, the whole sequence will be consisted of a microservice or a particular service that we are trying to test, and other stages that we want to go through it. So that's why I've kept that microservice state. Right, Adam? That name is good enough, right?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
absolutely.
And
yep.
yeah, and regarding this, the titles of tutorials could be more descriptive. So yeah, I will change the titles that will be more descriptive. And this, I'll suggest linking to the project README. So for that, I have created a issue. I will add uh, all the updates and everything, the whole overall crux of the project, everything in the project README. So that will also be done. Yeah. Cool. So for that, I have already added one. Okay, I have added a issue, but I'm not seeing it over here. Yeah, it should be there, but yeah, cool. Okay. So for that, I have added issue. Mainly for this week, I have added two more tasks. One is the documentation of quality gate evaluation using metrics expert by K6 extension, and another is the updating the project reading for this. Cool. So yeah, now let's move ahead to the So now let's move ahead to the demo of the quality gate evaluation. So yeah. So okay. So what will happen? Uh, so this will be the stages, right? So one stage will be of test, and the next stage will be of evaluation. So whenever this evaluation task has been called, what will happen is that the lighthouse service basically handles the SLO evaluation of the Keptn. So a lighthouse service will gather the SLI first, and after that, based on the SLI, it will do the evaluation. So let's take a look what exactly that will be being done. So in this test stage, what will happen is that the K6 test will be executed. So K6 performance testing will happen over here, and over here we are using the K6 Prometheus extension right now. So for that, the matrix will be exported to the Prometheus, and we should be able to grab those matrix accordingly. Yeah. So once this is done, After that, the get SLI, the evaluation stage will, the evaluation task will trigger, and which in turn will get the SLI first from Prometheus and then do the SLO evaluation. So for this, we need two things. We need a Lighthouse service and we need Prometheus service for this. So what Prometheus service will do? Prometheus service will be the one which will get the SLI from the from Keptn, SLI from Prometheus. So yeah, so over here in this config map, we pass on uh, the name of the config map. We keep this way, the Lighthouse config, and then the project name. So project name over here is K6 QG Quality Gates Job Executor, so JS. So this is the name, and we add it into the Keptn namespace, providing that specifying that the SLI provider would be Prometheus, and the SLI provider could also be Dynatrace, or yeah, right now probably Dynatrace and Prometheus are only supported, right, Adam? So yeah,
I think
but we are
we've got other people in the community writing. I think one's been written for Datadog, and I heard something about App Dynamics being written. But yes, absolutely, we can swap those out to other providers.
so and what another thing needs to be done is that we need to set up the Prometheus service also. So Prometheus service needs to be in Keptn namespace, and Prometheus service uh, should have the proper config of the namespace of Prometheus that we have installed in Kubernetes, and Prometheus endpoint alert manager namespace and all this config, and then have it installed. So the Lighthouse service will call the Prometheus service and then get the SLI ready for this. So yeah, so for getting the SLI, so for that we need to do this. So we have to use this Prometheus expressions over here. So Prometheus expressions will fetch the data from this, and so everything over here, we if we want to do a average or over time or whatever matrix that we want to do, that we can get from Prometheus expressions over here that we can use. And yeah, this is mainly that part. So over here, what we can do, so in the K6 K6 extension execution test, K6 execution, what we can do is that we can add tags in that. So if we pass this hyphen hyphen tag parameter and add this job equal to the over here, just using the environment variables of Keptn service, then Keptn project and Keptn stage. So so basically what could happen, that there could be three services and three projects also, or two projects which are writing to Prometheus, and the same the K6 will write over here only. So K6 will write in this matrix. So if we want to differentiate between two services and all that, so that we can do using uh, passing this hyphen hyphen tag and job tag over here, and keeping it Keptn service and Keptn project and Keptn state. And in this SLI.yaml, while we are passing the what SLI we want to fetch, we pass this parameter that find corresponding to this service and project and stage. So this will do the job for that. And coming to the SLO, so this is the this is a step of getting the SLI from Prometheus. And after that, we can using the quality gate evaluation of the uh, of Keptn, we can pass this SLI objectives that keep the that this SLI, though this SLI name is corresponding to the SLI name that we have kept, the indicator name that we have kept over here. And we see if the passing criteria, we keep it as less than 500 millisecond, and warning criteria is less than 200 milliseconds. So if it's greater than 200 millisecond, then it will give us a warning, and greater than 500, then it will directly pass the directly fail the whole SLI compliance only. And also we can keep the total score pass percentage and all this. So yeah, I mean right now we have only one only, so it will be either 0 or 100 only the score. But yeah, so yeah, over here, yeah, if we go over here, then yeah, this is the
What
HTTP request duration.
one one quick thing, Janam. I think they are the wrong way around, because the way it works is you're saying it's a pass if it's less than 200, and then if it's not a pass, it's in a warning, so it's 500. I think you've just flipped them.
Sorry, what?
So if
Okay, pass if it's less than 200
and then if it's
warning
not
is,
a pass, is it a warning? That's sort of how it works. Yeah, so just flip them round.
oh, okay, so pass and warning. But actually, so right now, if we see over here, Adam, so this is the P95 time is this, right? 451. Okay. So, and if I go over here, no, sorry, not this. But yeah, if I go over here in this pass, so this has been, so yeah, so the SLI value we have is this 451, right? So this pass has failed. I mean, the pass target and the warning target has been violated, right? So still it's, I mean, still it's this only, right? I mean, still it's passing. So as a whole, right?
I'm on mute. If you close that box, the easier way to look at this is
Yes.
if you click the little chart
Hmm.
icon. So what that's telling me is the score. The top line is the overall build score. So if you had multiple SLIs there, you'd get obviously
Mm-hmm.
rows of the table, but then you get one overall result. Everything is a pass at the moment. And I think
Yeah.
if you play around with that, if you flip that round, because look, that
Oh, okay,
it's
got it.
confused. It's saying warnings
So
failed, but
pass,
it's still a
warning, and
pass.
fail, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. So because okay, pass will overwrite the warning one. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, if pass will fail, then it will show warning and then fail. Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it's, the way to read it
Makes
for
sense.
a response time that's going up as it like gets worse as it goes up. Am
Mm-hmm.
I a pass? Am I a pass? Yes, yes, yes. No. Okay. Well, then, am I a warning? Am I a warning? No.
Yeah.
And then I'm a fail.
Mm.
That's kind of how the logic
Yeah.
works.
Uh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This makes sense. So I will flip this both over, and then we can
Yeah.
keep it that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I mean mainly this was it for the SLO evaluation using quality gate evaluation using Keptn and cases.
And this
Cool.
doesn't
So
preclude the K6 thresholds still work, don't they? Because if you had
yeah, yeah,
K6
yeah.
thresholds in there and they failed, the task would fail.
This will fail. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So over here, if we take a look at this, no, yeah. So over here, this has failed. So it didn't go into
Yeah.
evaluation step only. So yeah. Hmm.
I think that's really powerful.
Hmm. Yeah. So I mean, we have best of both worlds over here, right?
Yeah. Is there any way you can see that we could strengthen this Pepe or make it better from the K6 side?
No, I think yes. So far as K6 thresholds are evaluated, K6 threshold does not check for system metric, and this will be solved by evaluating also the SLI in Prometheus. So in Prometheus, you could validate system metric also with K6 metric together. So I find we have the best of the both worlds at this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I think it's really, really, it's a cool demo, but it's also a compelling story, as you've said. It's, you know, it's not just, oh well, we've done something technically quite cool. It's actually very, very useful.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, so coming to the point for next tasks. So probably next week is kind of a final week for GSOC. So mainly I have tasks regarding revolving around the documentation only. So this both documentation needs to be done. Sorry, this one and updating the project readme. And after that for the blog part. So Pepe, if you can, provide me some pointers that where should I mean, where should I make the changes or something like that? I mean, where should I blog or should I keep it in my personal and then it will be sent to K6 blog or what? So
This is also up to you, Jaina. You are welcome to blog in the K6 blog. If you want to go to your personal one, we can
so
also
I was going to do this. So I was going to, in the last meeting, me and Adam had discussed this. So what we were going to do is that we were going to, I mean, this tutorials that I had written was, I mean, I was going to publish it on my blog itself. So for the same only, it had all the screenshots and all the steps and everything, and keeping it a part one, part two kind of a tutorial. So, but so as you said, so this has more information regarding the K6 side of the story and a little less information regarding the Keptn and the Keptn project. So we could add more content regarding the Keptn and keep it in the K6 blog. And this I will post it on my personal blog.
yes. If if you want to post on the KSIC blog or share from the KSIC community, it would be useful if we provide a little more content about how Keptn work.
Keptn works. Yeah,
The
yeah,
high, this
exactly.
is the high
So
level
that's it.
component. This is how
Yeah.
KSIC fit into the history. So nothing more. So just to as we discussed the other day, the current instructions are very good. Maybe to add a little more. Something that I want to comment. So correct me. We are going to have 3 examples right now. The first one is plain
K6, plain K6,
yes,
yeah, with job
plain
executor
K6.
service.
Yeah, the other
Second
is
one
K6
is this
Prometheus.
K6 extension. So how we will build the Docker image and how we'll set up Prometheus and everything. And then, so everything is in continuation only. So first you do this and then the second one. And then this third part of quality gate evaluation for Keptn. So yeah.
I find it wonderful, really, because it's very easy to follow up. Okay, first the basic, then you are adding more into, you are adding new capabilities, and this is much easier for people to understand, because sometimes when we put too many concepts at the same time, it's hard to follow the tutorial. So one here more simple, and then increasing a new feature. I think it's gonna work very, very good. And yes, good.
And
yes.
also, sorry. I mean, I was just saying that I will reply to one of the thread that is going on regarding the Keptn integration that Oleg had mentioned, that we need to have some, we need to do we need to promote this project or something. So yeah, that also.
Yeah. So far, what it has worked very well for us is pointing from our documentation. This is why I commented the other day to Adam, like where on the Keptn documentation we could link or create instruction of this service. So I think if we have the documentation in both sides, on the Keptn side and in the K6 side, that will make easier for people to discover. We could try to do some promotion, maybe blog, maybe some social media. We can invite you to the KSIC office hour of talking about the project, any other. But I think for me, what it has worked very well always to put on the documentation, because the documentation of the project, there is always people coming. So it's always the way to discover, okay, they have also an integration with Keptn. So that is for me critical.
Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, I will do this. I mean, I take some time in documentation, but yeah, I will do this.
Yes, but I told you, Jainam, that if you want help, we can do. So I don't want to overwhelm you too. So, but if you
No, I
really want
mean,
to finish,
it's
we are more than welcome, and we will support you as much as we can.
no, I mean, so I mean, I have done this, so I will have a better understanding of documentation. That's it.
No, I just want to finally echo Pepe's comments that you have achieved more than we set out to do. These were stretch goals at the beginning. If you remember the first call, we said, well, if we get there, and you've absolutely smashed everything out of the park. So yeah, well done. And really good.
It was
Really good.
quite exciting for me. I mean, I work on, I mean, data pipelines and all that only in my job. So this was kind of new thing. And that was my purpose only of doing this project also.
Awesome. I'm going to stop the recording now then, gents.